MMA Viking.
This is Ryan with MMA Viking here with the still undefeated Nicolas Dalby. How are you doing, Nicholas? How have you been celebrating your win?
Oh, I've been celebrating pretty hard. But that's mostly because the week after my fight, there was a big street festival in Denmark, which meant that it was big block parties with 100,000 people attending. So it was just a given to just go out and join the festivities.
Yeah, I think I saw some pictures. Did you go full leopard, or did someone else steal your leopard identity? What happened there?
Well, for once, I allowed one of my friends to go full leopard as well. So we were two guys dressed up in full leopard suit and really fast sunglasses.
Okay. Did he pretend he was the sharpshooter?
No.
Was he getting some love from being the Dalby duplicate?
I don't know, actually. I think maybe some people have mistaken him for me, especially when I uploaded a picture on Instagram of him dressed as a leopard. But no, we just had fun. It was hilarious.
Okay. Was this something you would allow yourself, this sort of celebration, if you lost? Or was this kind of reserved for the big win?
I think I'd have joined the street festival no matter what. But yeah, if I'd lost, I'd probably been in another mood and maybe not so happy-go-lucky.
Okay. Well, let's talk about this fight. We haven't talked since it happened. And I guess when we scored it and our whole website was watching it, we felt pretty comfortable you were going to get the nod. It seemed like you didn't think you were going to get the decision, or kind of waiting on what was going to happen. Have you rewatched the fight, and what's your kind of thoughts looking back on it?
Well, when I was in the cage, I didn't feel like I'd done enough to be 100% sure I got the nod. So I just had a feeling when I was in the cage that I didn't do enough to make sure that I would get the win. I knew it was a close fight, but yeah, I didn't really I just assumed I lost. So yeah, that's why I was genuinely surprised when we got the win.
Yeah, was there, did your corner two in the crew say you needed that last round? Because that's what was kind of said to Mr. Capoeira there, that they thought he needed the third to take the bout.
Yeah, well, two didn't specifically said that I won the two first rounds, but he said in the third, go out, have fun, do your thing. And he wouldn't say that if he believed that I'd won for 2 rounds, for example.
Okay.
So,
and how do you? Oh, go ahead.
now what are you saying?
And how would you score it after? I mean, when you watched it now, do you think you still think it's close? You think you should have gotten the nod?
Yeah, I've only watched it once, and I still thought it was a bit too close for comfort. But yeah, I guess scoring-wise, I would say I got 2 out of 3 rounds.
Okay. Well, what do you take away most from this fight? Actually, a question for you. I think one of the interesting quotes that I heard from you is now I showed I belong in the UFC. Did you have any doubts that maybe you were on this level?
Not really, actually, but now I can really, this was a test to really show if I belonged or not. And it was a pretty hard matchup for a first fight. And it was just nice to really just show myself and to others show that I can hang on this level.
Yeah, I think hit one of the slickest double leg takedowns in the first round. Was that your I don't know, like the top of your game there in terms of wrestling? Was that something you really planned on doing?
I don't know if it's the best of my wrestling. I know I can do some other moves as well. Just really haven't gotten the chance to show it yet. But
You tried a suplex even, right?
no, it wasn't specifically a suplex. It was more like, I don't know what you call a throw. It's not a lateral drop. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's it called, but it wasn't like specifically a suplex. But because of the angle he was standing in, it was almost about to turn into one. But no, the double leg was just it was something we planned because we knew when he was gonna like plant his feet and throw down, he would be very open for the double leg. So that was definitely a part of the game plan to have that option as well as staying in the pocket and exchanging with him, taking down, and to make him uncertain of where I want the fight to take place, and always make him be on the defensive.
Yeah, the last thing I want to ask you about the fight, it looked like you took some pretty nasty knees, but it seemed like I was kind of watching. I go, Dalby's hurt, but then you kind of had your game face. Like, I don't know if you were pretending it didn't hurt, or maybe those knees didn't hurt that bad. How bad were those?
One of them hit me kind of in the solar plexus, but I wasn't winded per se. I could just feel it was a hard knee. And the same with the other knees. It was just, I felt them coming in, but they didn't really hurt me. The same, he hit me with a couple of right and left hands. But so I felt them, but I wasn't rocked. I wasn't out of balance, out of control. I just felt them hitting, and it was like being in a pinball machine. Because he hits so hard, he doesn't hit like fast. He just hits like a sledgehammer. So it was like being in a pinball machine, just being punched around.
Well, that doesn't sound like much fun.
Yeah, it was okay. I had fun.
What's your looking back on the whole experience? It seemed like you tried to make the most of it and wasn't just totally focused on the fight. What are some of your lasting memories of your trip down to Brazil?
Well, for sure, I was focused on the fight, but there's only so much focus you can do before the fight, and not do other stuff. We didn't really get to explore Goiânia, but we just enjoyed ourselves at the hotel and tried to make the best of it. And I think one lasting memory was I got to get King Mo to walk in with and hold my banner. That's pretty cool. and just KJ Noons was in the same locker room as we were, and he was hilarious. He's a really cool person. So it was amazing to get the chance to just be in the same locker room as him. I actually got. He had this Bluetooth speaker that he used to play warm-up music. He was like, "Yeah, can you put on some music?" So I was DJing for KJ Noons for his warm-up.
What kind of stuff did you spin? Were you
old school hip hop? That was his thing, I think. And then we two and me got to walk in with his corner as well. So that was pretty cool.
Cool. So got to make some pretty unique bonds down there.
But also just getting to meet Brian Stan, for example, Dean Thompson, Joe Silva, Carlos Condit, Brian Jimmo. Yeah, he's a blast. He's a funny dude.
Was he trying to crash your after party? What happened there?
In a way, I think we were just being friendly, and then we wanted to take a group picture of just the Danish people that were at the after party, and he was kind of just there, so it wouldn't have been nice to say he had to fuck off for the picture. He was a funny guy.
Did he end up doing the robot by the end of the night? Was there any?
I can't remember him doing it in the end of the night, but I remember the first time we met him at the event. There was for the photo and video shoots, the pictures they had to use, and he was kind of joking around and doing the robot. He's a funny guy.
It seemed like you guys explored the town a little bit after the fight. Or, I don't know, it looked like maybe it could have been like in the wee hours. How did you guys fully celebrate? Or when did your celebration end?
No, we just stayed at the hotel. The UFC just made the hotel set up a bar at the pool, and then we just stayed out there and drank a lot of beers. And yeah, we just hung out and talked shit, and then so we stayed up until I think I went to bed at 7:30 in the morning. After eating brunch with or lunch with KJ Noons and Jimmo and some of the other guys. That was pretty hilarious.
Very nice. Well, congratulations to you. It was a big win. Everyone is watching, and a great battle for you. I guess just kind of looking to the future. When do you start thinking about taking the next fight? When do you want to get back in there, or is it just the summer's here and maybe time to chill out for a little bit?
Well, I want to chill out for a little while, but I talked with the tour, and we let Graham know that I want to fight late August, early September again, and I think he's gonna give that message on to Joe Silva, and then we'll see what happens.
Great. Well, thanks again, Nicholas, and thanks for all the insight with everything you do on social media and all the interviews you've given to MMA Viking. So many people enjoyed the journey and felt we were there with you a little bit to see kind of what happens behind the scenes. So thanks for all that, and we look forward to doing it all again.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you for helping me with sharing all my stuff. That was nice.
Cool, man. Have a good weekend. Thanks, Nicholas.
Bye.
Get your premium coffee at warriorcoffee.com.